I think of myself as a generalist. A good friend has labeled me an anthropologist of the weird. And I also sort of think of myself as an anthropologist from Mars when I look at the human condition. Mainly a historian majoring in the 16th century. My biggest discovery, I suppose, is the Lost Book of Nostradamus. I've written 2 books about French alchemy, Fulcanelli, and now I am deep into the history of Prague, the most magic city in Europe. We don't realize that the end of the world has already happened. It happened September 19th, 1918 at the big battle of Medigo, or Armageddon, at the end of World War I. When we think about all the apocalypses that have already happened, we sort of wish fulfillment for wanting one big cataclysm. The world doesn't end with a bang, not this world. It ends with the whimper. The whimper of people cheating, killing, burning, destroying our environment. It's up to us. Yeah, we may have a big comet, but I wouldn't bet on it. Ethics is one of those civilized qualities. In the last 100 years or so, there hasn't been a lot of civilization. In other words, the old Roman concept of civitas is 2,000 years old and no one believes in it anymore. The idea of a community of which everyone has a responsibility to everyone else, that only exists in tribal societies. Modern society, postmodern society, everyone has a responsibility only to themselves. My gratification, the good of my family, my life, my career. That will have to change, and that may be the apocalypse that everybody's looking for. But I really doubt that the ones who really wanted the world to end in 2012 would actually like the ending of the world that results in a better social organization, care for everybody, respect, ethics, a sense of humanity as oneness. And that would be sort of an anti-apocalypse. That would be a good ending rather than a bad ending. There is a substance, an energy, that was labeled by Doris Lessing, a British novelist 40 years ago, as the substance of we feeling. Only in true societies where people love and care for each other as a whole do you generate that substance of we feeling. In our modern society, the substance of we feeling is not only denigrated, it's absolutely vilified. The idea that you could put the betterment of your society ahead of your career or your life or your job or your money is almost an impossible idea. It's ridiculed daily in everything, advertising, almost everything we see. Well, polarity. Even if you have the same physical body, you have to have the polarity of the unconscious, of the soul. There has to be a mixture. 2 people who are of the same quality don't make a good match. There has to be tension, has to be polarity, has to be dynamics. Humanity really doesn't have 2 sexes, we have 10 sexes. From asexual to totally sexual, and every variety of male and female in between. Okay? So if we understand that one of our sexes requires one of the other sexes, doesn't matter what body we have, the polarity, the traction between the 2 sexes is what's important. Yes, reincarnation definitely exists, and it is a very good thing that we don't remember it. Having memory from life to life is not a blessing, it's a curse. Every past life is a past death. Every past life is past regrets, mistakes, horrors, etc. We are lucky not to be able to remember what we did the last time around. It gives us a sense of being able to start fresh. Now the problem is we don't start fresh. We bring over from whatever we were doing the last time around, whatever it is we need to learn this time around. So we have these lessons that continue for lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. But all we remember is that, wow, I sort of remember being in this emotional state, or, oh, this person is familiar, or this situation is familiar. And it will continue to recur until we figure it out. Humanity, Homo sapien sapien, is killer monkey. We're the monkey that's too smart for its own good and has evolved into the only primate that kills its own species. Okay? That is part of who we are. There's no goody-goody version of humanity that will allow us to get over that fact. We are killer monkeys. The only thing that will help that will create a difference, is evolving from killer monkeys into true humans. And frankly, most killer monkeys are a long way from real humans. We have many forms of inner guidance. The great majority of our inner voices and our inner guidance are things that are coming to us through our memories, through our feelings, through our emotions. They may look like Jesus, because that's at a very early age who we saw as representing that quality. But the voice, the knowing at the core of all that, is universal. We are all the same being. Whether we're human monkeys on this planet or whether we're crystalloids around Altar 5, we're all the same being. And that's the big concept, is that there is a way to understand not just humanity, but how sentience, how order, how the dynamics of the universe literally work. And you can only learn that from within, from gnosis, from hearing and understanding the whisper of DNA.